What is up, YouTube? We're here with another Lego video, and today we have Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. But let's be real, it's really called the Black Pearl. So, if you guys know, if you've been following this channel, you know we're all about these Aliexpress Lego sets and if they are good. So far, I have liked all of them. They're all 10 out of 10s except for the UCS gunship, which I built before this video. That was terrible. I mean, the actual final build was amazing, except for them just tossing all the pieces in random bags. So I had to kind of just spend probably added 2 to 3 hours to find the pieces and put them together. So I'm hoping that's not the case here. So I'm hoping this is all organized, and let's get into it. All right, so here's all the bags laid out, and right away, when I opened the big bag, these all came in. A lot of the bags had holes in them, and some parts have fallen out. And I'm hoping I didn't lose any because the bag spilled all over the floor. So I've just been finding random pieces all over the floor. So this is something you can watch out for. Also, some of the bags, let's see, where's one? So this is like numbered in thickish white font. But that's for like the first 10 bags. All the other bags are in very hard to see small black lettering, like right there, you can see that. So this is this is already looking like it's gonna be rough, like the UCS gunship we built. So I mean, we paid like nothing for this really, right? So I guess we should have expected some hardships. So yeah, this is probably the second build that will be a little bit more difficult to build because of, you know, parts just falling out of the bags. But also, this is a new set, and just like the UCS Death Star I built, I'm assuming they rushed to get this out while the hype was still hot. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's build bag 1. So here is the first pages of the instruction manual, and right away I like that they did not skimp, at least on the instructions. It looks like this is a 1-to-1 copy in size even, because a lot of the fake Lego sets, to save paper, they will shrink 4 pages onto 1 page, and it's really hard to see. That's why I bought an HDMI cord to put onto this TV if I need to. Yes, it's dusty, but I don't think I need to on this. I actually do prefer using these instruction manuals, the physical books. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so bag number 1 is done. We're on page 6, and things are moving along pretty swimmingly here. The Technic piece base is working. You pretty much are building the base of the boat, and you got this little rowboat here. And one thing that's noticed, there is no printed little piece that's supposed to go right there. So maybe it's in another bag at the end of the build. I have noticed in a lot of the Aliexpress sets I've done, printed pieces are in like random bags toward the end of the build. So they're not in the correct bag they're supposed to be, but they are there. So we'll find out at the end if there's all the printed pieces, because this set actually has a lot of printed pieces, surprisingly. So let's see if they actually followed through with that. Also, the brick quality on this is not good. The feel of the bricks, they just feel like really thin and like cheap. That reminds me of the UCS Death Star that was rushed out. So these are really light and thin, but I will say the clutch power is clutch. It's very strong. I would not be able to take these parts out with my hands. I don't even think I could take them out with the remover tool. So that is a pro in that they have good clutch power, but they just feel cheapy. So I think if you were to drop it, or if your child were to step on it, it would probably break in half. So that's one con so far. All right, so bag 2, we complete this little Technic mechanism here. Looks like these go in and out. So yeah, looks like it's working smoothly. Very nice. And to activate that, you just turn this little knob at the end for each side. And then for the next step, it wants you to put them side by side. So yeah, looking good. All right, so we're done with bag 3. Pretty much you kind of build another layer on the front section of the ship. And then we kind of get these cannons will, with the Technic pieces, roll out through these windows here. So you can see them advance here. So that's very cool. I like that. It's very functioning compared to the Lego piece. So very nice. Love seeing that. That's actually kind of satisfying to play with. Oh yeah. Very cool. All right, so here we are at the end of bag 4. Coming along nicely. We almost have all the cannons done. And I would have thought it would have been annoying to build all these cannons, but they're actually pretty simple and they look nice. So there is the function right now of how those look. You're starting to build these little ladders here. There's something really not nice is this chest. If you open this chest, the whole lid comes off because the nubs are not very nubby. But this is a pretty common piece. So if you really cared about that chest being able to open and close, I would just buy one. But yeah, that's the only negative thing so far. Looking fine right now. Love it. All right, we are only needing to build another pair of cannons, and I believe we are done with the cannons. Like I said, it is actually not painful to build those. And yeah, looking good so far. Now that we built more of this kind of top layer, the mechanism to put the cannons out is a lot more stable. But you can see, I think once I put the layer here, these parts will stop coming out. The left side is actually way more stable. Like it almost like clicks out into place. So it's actually a pretty cool build. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this build. So I already recommend it and I haven't even finished it. All right, bag 6 is in the bag. So we finished the last of the cannons, looking very nice. Here they are there. It's a lot more smoother now that the layer is on top holding the mechanism in place. You got this looking fine from behind back here. The start of the rotor. This actually kind of feels loosey-goosey. So maybe when we build more on top of it, it'll get a little stiffer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, looking good. Dude, I'm actually excited. I cannot wait to finish this. This is gonna look amazing. I like building Lego and Gunpla because when you get like the final result, it looks so fucking good. All right, so we are done building the kind of layer that covers the cannons. You can see these little windows here. So here's the cannons with no window layer. And then here is the finished product here on the sides. So you can see here that the cannons, when you open the gear mechanism, the cannons will push forward and open those windows. Very nice, very nice. Then you can see here on up top, we have these little railings. Looking good so far. This mechanism to open the windows is kind of addicting. Kind of hurts though. Ever since I put the window layer on, it has obviously some resistance to push against. And they're light, so you think it would be easy to turn, but it's actually kind of hurting. So, little something to be aware of. All right, we're getting places. We are done with bag 8. You kind of complete the hull, or is it the brow? The front of the ship. I'm not a ship guy, but that is the front of the ship. Ooh, that is looking good. One sad thing is this part is scratched, so you can't even paint it because it's kind of like a glossy black. So I'm kind of sad, but that's just battle damage. Am I right, boys? But now that I know it's there, I cannot not see it. So, sad face. All right, bag 9, you start to make the rudder back here. I'm actually missing a part that goes over this. I'm not missing it, I just can't find it in all these extra bags, but I'm sure as I continue the build, it'll show up. But you pretty much make the Technic piece or function that moves the rotor, right? So that's pretty cool. Or rudder, sorry, not rotor. So very cool. Moving to bag 10. Okay, so bags 10 and 11, we're pretty much building the back of the ship, the steering wheel. I'm gonna assume this is like a captain's quarters. Pretty cool here. We have a casualty of, oh great, there goes the candle. But this is pretty cool. The wheel here moves the rotor in the back of the ship. So that's a nice little functional thing. Then over here, you got the nice little foods and whatnot. Printed pieces, I found the bag for that. So we have the map here. On that lifeboat, we have the compass. So, oh, this is looking good. We got printed pieces, we got good clutch power. Only thing is the bricks feel cheapy, but once you're building it, if you're just using this for display, I think this is good enough, right? You don't really care about the fragility of the actual brick. As long as the clutch power is strong and all the pieces are there, which they are so far. So I am so excited. Bag 12, we finished these sides of the ship. And ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. As probably my favorite Lego function in a long time. That's absolutely crazy. All right, so this is where things get bad. We're on page 61. This T-piece, which you need 2 of them to put right here. You see that little gap? It's supposed to go right here, and this piece attaches to that, like that. So I am missing it for the left and the right side of the ship. So now we just have to leave it off, and hopefully we find it, and then it would just clip right there. Also, they gave us the wrong flags. I found 2 right ones. As you can see, this flag that they give you is not wide enough to fit on that piece. And it's too long. So yeah, hopefully I find another one, because I'm missing one more. And I'm sure those flag pieces came from something else. So, uh-oh, they messed up on this bag. They fucked me. Okay, so 15, we make the back of the ship here, and we got these cool little lanterns. And very weak connection here. I'm not sure if it's like that on the real one, but what's cool is you can lift this up and see all the interior here, put it back down, or you can just pull it out to take it out. One thing that's missing, they gave me the wrong size of these. It's supposed to be double in length, and that's because one of those is supposed to cover this whole thing. So I might have to MacGyver it if these are actually missing, which I think they might be. Damn, so this is so here's a lesson. If you want a new Lego set, wait a year for the revised version, because they definitely rushed this one out. All right, so we kind of just finished the base of the boat. So you kind of just sit the boat on top of it, and it kind of just a little lock into place, but not like sturdy lock. So you can display it with a bottom or as if it was sailing through the water. So if you want to display it in like a mock sea display, you would take this piece off and just have the boat like this. But we are actually going to display it with it. So we're going to put it on it. Okay, we are on the sails, and we found the missing T-pieces in the sails bag. And we found the missing slope pieces in the sails bag as well. So we are good. No missing pieces. Ah, just so annoying when they put them in the wrong bags. All right, so now we're doing the sails, and so far everything is going smoothly. All missing pieces so far have been found in the sail bags. And yeah, this is looking sexy. All right, it's pretty much finished. We're just doing the finishing touches here on the ship. As you can see, it's all complete. We're just gonna put the finishing touch of this kind of like, I don't know what you call this. I don't know any terminology on ships. Anyway, so you could just lift this up and look inside if you want to. Very nice, I like that detail. And you just kind of sit it there. We'll fix that in a sec while we finish the last of the pieces. Last but not least, the minifigures. We'll just scan past all of them real quick. Honestly, to me at first glance, they don't look too bad. But you'll notice that last guy has an issue. So first taking a look at Jack Sparrow here. It's actually not bad in my opinion. The legs are always iffy. So the legs do look a little bad. The paint's starting to chip at the tips there where there's wear. But the actual printing on the figure looks pretty good. But for display, it's okay. I would give it a 9 out of 10 for display. We got William Turner here. Nothing much to say about it. It's just a basic figure, right? Good printing on the chest. The legs on these figures always look a little dusty because they print them, I'm assuming, and they just dump them all in a big old bin, so they scratch against each other, hence why they don't look pristine. Lego pieces always look pristine. Plus, this is a rushed set. There's something really bad about this figure. I'll let you find out yourself. What is bad about it? It's pretty obvious. The bird is terrible. Look at the paint splotches on its tail. It looks like they just kind of airbrushed the front of it to give it a little yellowing. But damn, that looks bad. 6 out of 10. We've got Old Man JoJo's. He's like, whatever. 8 out of 10. No opinion, really. Just Old Man JoJo. Got little Barbosa over here. It's not bad, actually. His hair actually does... Oh my god, my fingers are all destroyed. His hair does look bad, actually. So I think this is a 7 out of 10. The actual figure, besides the hair is what brings it back. It's very faded and kind of just off color. We got Slim Jim over here. Jimmy Boy. He actually looks... It's probably the best looking figure out of all of them, to be honest. So random. All right. Elizabeth. We got Elizabeth here. Nothing much to say. She's pretty basic. Print looks good on her chesticles there. You can see her the printing kind of shimmering on her chesticle. I actually really like that. That looks nice. It's actually a 10 out of 10 figure. And then we got one hand JoJo's, son of Old Man JoJo's. So you could see what happened here with his hand. It just absolutely got obliterated. I don't know how. And somehow they decided to send that to me. I'm pretty sure that was destroyed before shipping it to me. So they literally just picked it up and was like, good enough. And they tossed it in the bag. Nothing special about this character. Honestly, besides his destroyed hand, which I ordered like 100 hands because hands somehow get destroyed easily in these Lego sets. So yeah, I have a bunch of hands, so I'm not tripping about it. This figure actually looks pretty good print-wise and color. So yeah, those are the figures. Let's get these displayed. All right, there is the pirate ship in all of its glory. This is actually a Target bookshelf, and this is the lowest you can make the shelf. This is the middle of the shelf, and that takes up almost the whole top half. So absolutely crazy. It's too wide to fit perfectly, I don't know, flat against the back of the shelf. So you kind of have to give it a little tilting action. But yeah, looking freaking good. Man. This is absolutely an insane piece. You know what? I was kind of iffy on if this was worth it because it was a rush set, but I think it's worth it as a display piece. If you want to play with it and give it to your kids after, I probably would wait maybe a year for them to, polish it up. Like you could tell it was rushed. Those brick pieces are kind of swirly, twirly. But it's fine as a display piece. This looks really, really good. And let's be real. If you display your Lego, it's going to get a little dusty and swirly anyway, unless you really upkeep it a lot. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. We have a ton more Lego sets coming in. Our next build is actually going to be the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex build. So if you guys want to see that, follow the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.